So today marks 10 years since the tragic Marikana Massacre, in which 34 striking mine workers were killed and many others injured at the Lonmin Platinum Mine in Marikana and the Northwest Province. We go live now to that scene. Sentleeng Lehihi is our reporter. She is out there. So let's find out what the latest developments are. Sentleeng, good morning to you. And, you know, just looking at that now infamous Koppie behind you, you know, it literally sends shivers down one's spine, even 10 years on. So what can you tell us about what's happening there at the moment?
Good morning to you and our viewers. Indeed, we're on the foot of the infamous Koppie, where bloodshed was seen on this fateful day 10 years ago. Indeed, being here in person does send some sort of shivers. You know, to only imagine that on this day, in two locations, just 500 meters apart, 17 people were killed in each of those spots. We've seen a number of, mine workers who were affected by the strike in 2012 stream here, to pay their respects 10 years on. But, we've been speaking to quite a number of the affected families and those who survived this incident. They've expressed to us that indeed the past 10 years have been 10 years of unfulfilled promises, of sheer tragedy, where they have even struggled to get some sort of compensation or apology for this, bitter end that befell their families. I must tell you that preparations are on tow. You've seen, those who are responsible for the logistical arrangements do their final touch-ups. You can even hear some of their sound leaking into our crossing right now. But I will definitely tell you, if I'll request my colleague, Jabu Africa, he'll show you what we saw earlier with the gathering of those mine workers, doing what they usually do when they came to this Koppie, chanting songs and gathering in song, remembering, those that fell, fighting for fair wages, fighting for better living conditions. You'll understand that this mining area, Marikana, is an area of sheer poverty. Many people here still struggle with basic services, including water, sewage, sanitation, and housing. Many of the mine workers who are living under, the minimum wage are forced to actually, seek shelter in these informal settlements, as they cannot afford, formal housing. But let us take it back to this day 10 years ago and speak to one of the mine workers who was here. Xolani, ke lebogetse nako ya gago. Ga re le ha today re gopola the events 10 years ago. At this time, no go diragala mo tlhaloganyong ya gago. Did you think gore tota go tla nna le that mass shooting?
Ha ke dumedise go sele monate go le botlhoko. Ha ke gopola ka nako e ka bo ma past 10 ka nako na re thomo bona ditraka tsa di razor wire di etsa bongata ba tsona ndate mathunzo a di motlosa fa re a tsama o buisana le lonmi mo 10 years e ha ke le fa nna ka o ya ka nna ke bona batho ba bang no o sene no letsatsi lena ba letsa ka letsatsi la celebration go bona go nna le ke letsatsi le botlhoko cause ke silwe ke friend tsaka ke batho ba bang ba sile malapa bona ba sile bana ba bona
se se botlhoko mo godimo ga mo ke gore ga wa latlhegelwa fela ke ditsala le batho ba no bereka le bone mme o latlhegetswe gape ke what you can say freedom ya gago ka gore o chargeilwe for some of the killings that happened.
Yeah, le no how ka lebella ke motla sa a case engwe ba re ke criminal case ya teng a ke go netsa dido tse ding ha ke re go etsa something ba re ke na le criminal record di charges tsa teng me ha o ka di lebella ha re utlwagale ke 10 years no ke tsena go court ke eme yalo ke eme le wena go we magistrate le lawyer a re postpone case ha re so bone di witness ha re so bone batho ba butse case no ke 10 years now ga ona ntwe changeang ke ntwe nkutlisa botlhoko cause case ya teng ba itse ke bolaile ba sebetse ba di 34 ba re ke bolaile ma security ba re ba sebetse bo botle ba tlhokofetse mo thabeng ba nakona ba ntshwere ba nthoshara ba re ba ntho ba mbotlela hore ke bolaile batho a ke dumela hore ke ba bolaile
Wena tota Xolani o batla go bona difference e feng ha re tswa ya no mo 10 years commemoration ya tragedy ya Marikana go apele in future, what difference do you want to see?
Yeah, ha into ke batlang mo nthong ya mo Marikana ke batla justice ga go lebella Marikana a hona changes, ha hona diskoro tse siameng. Bana ba Marikana ba sokola ha ba pasitse matric go tshwantse ba batle diskoro go kae. So at least di company tse ranna mo ke sebanyano e tshwantse etse at least college nyana mo Marikana, bana ba Marikana ba tsene school or ba ko Eastern Cape mo ba tswang teng batho ba ntse ba ile ba tlhokofala e etse di school. Yona ntwe ntle e ke batlang sentle mo Marikana bomme ba ya company tse ba fang bereko mara nna ka o ya ka nna be ke batla bomme ba e ko Eastern Cape go gae bo lebella malapa a bona. Yaanong ka gore ntata teng a ba le RDO mo ngabe le team leader mo nga le wins drive mo nga le general mo mine a gole tšhelete a dutse go gae ke sona ke se batlang mo Marikana mo company e teng no sebanya a o se ka lebella ke tsama case ke seka case mo loan me be ke gone o releasewa ke dipatalo le tsatsi le sebanya AMCU transport a impatele ir a itsene sipe mar na kona e reka se loan me itse ntho tsotlhe tsa loan me ya re reka mar no in lahletse matsogo.
Xolani explaining to us there many demands, many appeals. Reality here in Marikana has not changed. The widows that are left behind and their families indeed have been given job opportunities to replace their bereaved loved ones. But the call is for them to be given comfort where they are coming from, whether they are from the Eastern Cape, whether they are from Lesotho. Those comforts should reach them in their homes because it is not their fault that they lost their loved ones and breadwinners. Another appeal to the employer that there is no affordance of transportation, of compensation for coming here today. These workers are attending this commemoration out of their own pockets and will to remember those who lost their lives on that fateful day in 2012. From us here at the Koppie, we'll keep giving you rolling coverage as masses continue to stream in to pay their last or to pay their respects to those who lost their lives here. For now, back to you in studio.
Well, thank you so much, Sentleeng, Lehihi, and just reliving the events from 10 years ago, some of the workers who were there on the day. And of course, so many questions remain unanswered. Justice remains elusive for some of these families, and we'll continue to bring you wall-to-wall coverage on the events taking place in Marikana. 10 years since that disaster, the tragedy that claimed the lives of 34 mine workers, and of course not forgetting the 10 who were killed in the days and weeks preceding that fateful day. That's where we're going to leave it for Morning Live.